Hello children, how are you all doing? Hope all are safe and healthy at home. And I'm Kirtana ma'am. So as we are in the winter season now, we should keep ourselves warm by wearing our winter wears. Yes. So children, I hope you all are enjoying doing your activities, right? Yes. So what activities are you all doing? I hope you are doing painting, drawing, craft works with your mummy and papa's help. And you should always help your mummy and papa too. Yes, by how? You can arrange your toys in your toy basket. You can fold your clothes and keep it in the cupboard. And you can help your mummy and papa to keep the place neat and tidy too. Okay? So, today, children, you should also remember that whenever you are going out, you should always wear a mask. Okay? And you should always wash your hands often and sanitize to keep yourself healthy. Okay? So today I'm here to tell you an interesting story about how shoes were invented. And this story is written by Rabindranath Tagore. So children, do you know who Rabindranath Tagore is? I will tell you who Rabindranath Tagore was. So he is Rabindranath Tagore. He is regarded as the national poet of our country. Children, do you know which is our country? India is our country. He has written many poems, stories and dramas. He was good in painting too. He was a very big artist. He has composed many songs for children. He has also composed our national anthem Jana Gana Mana, which we always sing in pride all the time. Yes, we sing national anthem in schools every day during prayer time. Isn't it, children? We sing national anthem, no? In our prayer time? Yes. And also on our national festivals. Do you know which is our national festivals? Like Independence Day, Republic Day and all this. And today I am going to tell you a story written by him for specially children's. Yes, he has written a story for you children. You know which is it? It is the invention of shoes. Yes, he is going to tell how the shoes were invented. Children, come join me and let's begin the story. Long time ago, there was a king named Habu Chandra. He had many wise ministers in his court, but he was fond of one particular minister for his wise advices. Habu Chandra was very much liking King Minister Gabu Chandra. Okay children, so the king's name was Habu Chandra and the minister's name was Gabu Chandra. Isn't the name funny? Habu Chandra, Gabu Chandra. Habu Chandra, Gabu Chandra. Yes. So, one day, King Habu Chandra told his minister Gabu Chandra, "Look, all through last night, I was very impatient in thought that why my feet should be dirty by soil whenever I step on ground. You all take so much salary, but never take care about such troubles." So the king was asking the minister why his feet was getting dirty whenever he was stepping out. "My own land dares to spoil my foot. What a disorder!" So the king was asking him, "What a disorder! My own land dares to spoil my foot." So what happened? There came Gabuchandra, the minister. He was worried what the king was saying. He was trembling with fear. And what did Gabuchandra said? He was thinking a lot and was in fear. All became worried. All became sleepless. Got worried and started thinking about the problem. How to solve this problem. They left all their household works, cooking, agriculture, and all the works they had stopped, and they were thinking how to stop this and how to solve this problem. Yes, no one was interested in any other work. Everyone was scared what the king is going to do. So, after lot and lot of thinking, Gabuchandra said to the king, "Your Majesty, if your foot remains free of dust, then how we will get dust of your holy feet to seek your blessings?" So, the minister was trying to convince the king. But the king was not ready to listen to him. He was saying that, "I hear this voice. It is very nice to hear." After listening to the voices of the people in the kingdom, Gabuchandra was pleased. What did the people say? They said, "We all need the dust of your holy feet as blessings." The king was very happy and pleased to hear this. And he said, "It's a good point. But first of all, clean out the dust and think of the blessing next." So the king wanted the solution first, children. Okay, and then he wanted them to talk about the blessings. So next, what happened? Why do I have so many scientists with big titles as my wise ministers? Don't show me any excuses, but do what is there to do first. Then they started thinking. All the wise ministers started thinking. Then what did they do? So all the wise ministers in the kingdom started to call the other wise ministers and clever people in the other kingdom and other places. After calling all the intelligent and wise people from other places, they started discussing on the problem. And most of the ministers gave different ideas. Yes, they were all giving different ideas. Each one was saying their own ideas. So one said, "We will remove the soil." So they wanted to remove the soil from the whole kingdom. Then the other minister said, "If we remove the soil, how will we grow fruits, vegetables and pulses? Because if there is no soil, we cannot grow any crops, children." Yes? So if there is soil is not there, how can we grow the crops? And if there is no crops, they can't eat. So again everyone was started thinking what to do. Next, what happened? Again the king was upset, and the king said, "If this can't be done, then what will be the next option? Think fast. Why do I have you people as wise ministers? I want a solution to this problem immediately." The king was very upset. Again, after lots and lots of thinking and discussion, what did they do? Hundreds and hundreds of brooms were purchased. For what the brooms were purchased? the great movement of sweeping began in the whole kingdom. Yes, lots and lots of brooms were brought and they started to sweep the whole kingdom. Yes, so next we'll see what happened. So everyone started sweeping the whole kingdom with the broom. Everyone was sweeping. Then what happened? The whole kingdom was covered with dust. Yes, and even the sun also was covered with dust. They all were wondering what to do. They couldn't open their eyes as the eyes also was covered with dust. And what happened to the king? The king was covered with dust from top to bottom. Yes, everywhere the dust. To remove the dust, the whole kingdom was covered by dust. The king was very upset. He called all his ministers and said, "I want my kingdom to be dust-free now." After again discussing, the king and all the ministers were worried again how to clear this dust. Everyone was trembling with fear. And now what happened? They all ran and bought lots of buckets. For what they bought the buckets? Yes, they bought the buckets and started getting water from all the lakes, ponds and well. And they started pouring the water on the ground and started sweeping like this. They thought they can remove the dust by pouring water. But what happened? The whole kingdom was flooded with water and everyone was suffering with cough. Yes, children, they were all coughing. Ahoo, ahoo. Everyone could hear the cough. And cold. And they were sneezing too. Because they were pouring lot of water. And they were standing in the water. The whole mud was wet. So what happens? Obviously, they will get cold, right? Yes. So then what happened? They started sneezing. How do you sneeze, children? Hachoo. Yes. One more time. Hachoo. Everyone was sneezing. So they could hear only sneezing and coughing. The king was very upset. And now what did he do? And all the water creatures also in the pond and well were wondering what was happening and why the water is reducing. Everyone was miserable. They all were wondering how to solve this problem again and what the king will do to them. Next, what happened? With non-stop of pouring water, everyone was suffering with cough and cold. So what happened, children? The king was angry. He was very angry and he was very upset. And he said, all my ministers are foolish. To clear the dust, they have made my whole kingdom wet and muddy. And all are suffering from cough and cold. Again all the ministers were called and again they started thinking what to do. Everyone was thinking again how to solve this problem. Then what happened? Then everyone were giving each and every idea. All were giving their own ideas. Some gave idea to cover the kingdom with mat or carpet. Then some others said, keep the king always in the room with not a single hole for dust to enter. But if he never comes out and stays the whole day and night in the room, what will happen to the law and order of the kingdom? It will collapse, right? So again everyone started to think what could be done. Thinking. Lot of thinking was happening and the king was very upset. So people started thinking in this way, putting the whole kingdom in the leather bag will bring great glory and fame to the king. Everyone started searching for a cobbler and enough of leather to make a big bag to put the whole kingdom inside. So everyone went in each directions to search for the cobbler and enough of leather. But what happened? They couldn't find a cobbler nor enough of leather. Then suddenly what happened? An old cobbler appeared in front of the king. Yes, children, an old cobbler appeared in front of the king. And the cobbler, with a smile, said to the king, "Your Honor, if you kindly permit me, I can suggest to you the easy way to serve your purpose." The king was surprised to see the cobbler, and the king said, "Yes, you can tell me your idea." So what did the cobbler say? "If you cover your feet, then you need not cover the whole kingdom." Yes, he said, if you cover your feet, you need not cover the whole kingdom. The king was surprised and happy, and he said this was a nice idea and an easy solution too. Yes, children? Yes, it was a nice idea. The king was very happy that he found a solution to this problem. And then what happened? What happened? The king said, "Yes, you can proceed with your work." But still the king was unhappy because none of his ministers could find a solution and everyone failed to get a solution to this problem. So after listening to the conversation between the king and the cobbler, Gabuchandra was afraid of losing his job. He was wondering what the king will do to him. So Gabuchandra said, "This old man is of no use. How can he solve the problem?" Then what happened? The old cobbler smiled and sat at the feet of the king and crafted and mended a pair of nice cover using leather for the king. Yes, children. So the cobbler mended a nice leather covering for the king's feet. Watching the cobbler doing the right job, Gabuchandra said, "I was also thinking the same kind of such idea, but I wonder how come this old man came to know that." So Gabuchandra was surprised. He was trying to convince the king. So children, from that day, the tradition of shoes started. Yes, the shoes were invented. The king was very happy and satisfied. And more importantly, what happened? The kingdom was saved from a huge blunder. Yes, the kingdom was saved. And finally, there was a solution for this problem. Yes, they got a solution for this problem. So, in this way, the shoes were invented. So, children, we got to know how the shoes were invented. So, after what did we learn from this story? The moral of the story is one should think wisely to make this world a happy place to live. We must change our thoughts and ourselves whenever it is needed. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. What it means? If you want to see some change in the world, first we should bring that change in ourselves. Okay, so this is the moral of the story. So children, whenever you're going out, you should wear your shoes so that your feet will be dust free. I hope you enjoyed listening to this interesting story. I will meet you soon with another interesting story soon. Till then, take care, like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.